All right, everyone, we are back with the Terrible DGAF show with none other than myself, the GOAT, Caleb, and my guy, Derwin Gray.
You know it. We back, man. It's been a few weeks, man, and we're excited to get back with the DGAF show, man. It's been a crazy few weeks, man. We've been waiting to get back to this, man. So, and there's no better time to come back. Well, I wouldn't say better time. There's no worse or disturbing time to come back after the Steelers loss.
100%. It was. I mean, it's kind of what we expected to happen. Not as bad, but we should have expected the L today, and
And
that's why we're drinking for that.
it's crazy, man. I'm not drinking that, but I'm taking a little sip of this McDonald's. A little sip of that. But man, it was crazy, man. 38-3. Who would ever thought that the Steelers ever get taken down by the Buffalo Bills? 38-3. It's crazy, man. I mean, it's crazy, but it just speaks to the changes that's being made in Pittsburgh right now. There's a lot of changes being made, and it's gonna be a lot of growing pains in the city of Pittsburgh right now. So it's not over yet, and there's still a lot of football left to be played this season. And I think that they shouldn't hang their heads down low right now. I think they continue to grow as a team and continue to figure it out because, like I said, it's a lot of ball games to play, man. And as long as they go into November with the mindset of winning every game in November, they should have a good shot at making the playoffs. So
Yeah, I mean there were some good things to take away, at least offensively. I mean there was really no good things defensively to take away from it. I mean I think we can confidently say Pickett is that guy. They just weren't finishing drives, and obviously Pickens is that guy as well.
Pickens is always, like I said from day one when we first began this show. Pickens is my day one. George Pickens is
Yep.
my day one, and that
Hmm.
guy's continue to impress me, man. I'm excited for this guy, man. I mean, right now, I just need him to take off, and I mean, and Claypool is a guy that's been there, but right now he's my number one. I think he's been number one receiver besides Tay. Is those two
Yeah.
guys? I think right now Claypool need to find his role right now, and I think as a deep ball go get it guy, he's just not getting it done. I think Pickens is that guy to rely on because
Well, yeah, Claypool showed he's not that guy whenever he let 5'8" Lamarcus Joyner, beat him on a jump ball last week against the Jets.
it's sad, man. It's sad to see my guy just not amounting to the things that his size and God given ability he's been blessed with. So,
Yeah.
but it's all good. It's all good though. It's part of the game. And guess what? When you can't get something done, you got a guy like George Pickens that will get it done. So, my
Yeah.
day one, George Pickens.
But yeah, like we said, Pickett and Pickens, that's going to be a lethal combination. And no matter how this season goes, at least we know we have our quarterback of the future. He's shown all the right tools. He's got the confidence. He's got the swag. He's got the
Yeah,
fight in him. I
I
think
mean,
like I showed you at the end of the game because they cut off the game
mhm.
locally here, so there's no way I could watch it. But
Yeah,
I saw the highlight of Shaq Lawson going low at his knee,
yeah.
and Kenny's not afraid to fight no matter what the
And,
score is.
and that's what I liked about him right there. Just seeing the fight in him and the grit in him that he's not gonna accept no bullshit. And I thought that guy
Yeah,
came out and played phenomenal. I mean, for a guy that's first career start, a lot of pressure. You're going to let's be real. You play against a great team with a great front four, great pass rushers, such a veteran guy like Von Miller. It's got to be intimidating. You know what I mean? As a young quarterback coming in, but he shows straight dog in him. You know what I mean?
mm,
Was every pass on the money? No, but as part of being playing 4 quarters of a game, it's not all going to be perfect. I mean, we always seen glimpses of Kenny Pickett playing 14 plays, 12 plays, and you see all the dog in him then. But playing a full quarter, you're gonna make mistakes. And unfortunately, he made one interception. I was like scratching my head, like what happened there when he tried to throw the ball to Tay.
yeah,
And as I look at the analytical side of it and seeing the play breakdown, the guy Tay was open, but he just didn't have
hmm
enough arm to get it over the defender.
yeah.
It was a little short. So as he go into this week, I mean, he's got to work on his arm, get a little strength up, and definitely next week he definitely made a correction. I think he's a battler. He's gonna get it done.
I'll say like a positive I've seen in the second half of last week, and then um, the game this week, and
Mm-hmm.
then even the preseason. Kenny seems to just put the ball where his receivers can get it. Other than that interception where he didn't get enough on it. But I mean, other than that, I mean, all his passes are basically hitting receivers in the hands.
Yeah, no, that's facts, man. I mean, look at the numbers. The guy, he had statistically, he was 34 for 52. You know what I mean? He didn't throw any TDs, but I mean, that's all right. You know what I mean? But clearly he didn't throw no TDs. Only had 3 points. Only person scored there was Bozzy, but he was definitely throwing the ball more than usual. He was getting that ball down the field. He was throwing, he was taking shots, not scared. And unfortunately, he didn't get in the end zone today. But that won't mean he won't get in the end zone next week. But Pickett is definitely a guy that I think that's a guy that's gonna be a good player. You know what I mean? I always said since day one, just like you are. I mean, I think he's a good guy. He's definitely showed that he can move around the pocket with his feet, and also like last week, he could take a hit in the mouth too. So
Yeah.
he's tough as nails, and I think that this is not something that he should literally go back to the south side on Wednesday to practice and hold his head down. I think he's need to build on that because he threw 52 passes, dog. That's a lot of passes in one game, dude. I mean, shit.
Yep.
I mean, percentage wise, he was pretty much efficient. He was over 50%. He was at 65%. You know what I'm saying? Completion
Mm-hmm.
rate. So that's pretty good. You know what I mean? Only over 50% is pretty good. So, I mean,
I mean, and it just nobody's doing him any favors. The defense isn't helping. Like the defense, it should not be this bad without TJ. It shouldn't be. It's
and,
gross.
and it's crazy that we say that because as I look at my notes, some of the notes I jotted down, the team just looked soft. Overall, the team looked soft, and I told you that earlier. I think they looked soft, and I think
Yep.
that's not Pittsburgh football. It's not what I know. That's not what the Rooney family and Tom and his coaching over on the South Side. That's not what they built on. They built on toughness, blue heart, blue nose. You know what I'm saying? Blue collar team. That's that. All they know is the work. Come there with their lunch hat on or lunch pal hat on. Tom would say and go to work. So unfortunately, they took a bad loss today, an ass whooping loss, but. I think they will come back and, you know what I'm saying, will make a better dudes next week because that's the type of team they are. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, and like the defense is just Devin Bush was supposed to be that guy because that's the kind of guy he was at Michigan. You know, he was the guy stomping on the Michigan State logo and everything like that. The defense is missing that.
Yeah.
We don't have like TJ. TJ is a great leader, but he's more of the, watch me type of leader.
Right.
Do as I do.
Right.
He's not that vocal guy. He's not gonna scream. He's not like Joey Porter.
Yeah.
Like that, they're missing that on defense. That aggressive guy, or like Vince Williams. I'm sure he was like
Yeah.
that in the locker room.
Vince was definitely a vocal person. Vince, when I was there, he definitely, you can smell and feel the energy behind him as he say things he say. And all he knew was just ripping motherfuckers' heads off. And he'll let you know that, bro. We step on this field, I don't care about no swag. I don't care about your socks. I don't care about none of that. All I care about you just bust a motherfucker in the mouth. And I think that's what Pittsburgh does have, but TJ's the guy that brings it out of him. He needs someone to bring it out of him. And I think that as the season go on, they're going to have to figure it out with that. They can't rely on one player. They can't rely on Cam Hayward on defense or Minka on defense or who else? A guy that's, I don't know, a Pro Bowler to lead the team. Unfortunately, that's
Miles Jack.
Miles Jack.
He's leading the team in tackles, but it's just he hasn't made that splash play yet.
Yeah, it's coming.
But I will say I did say there was no bright spots on the defense, and I'll take that back because DeMarvin Leal, I thought he was playing. He had an awesome game. At least at the start of the game, I think he had 2 batted balls. He was making I think 2 tackles for losses. I mean, he looked good.
Yeah, man, definitely. He definitely had. And I listened to Cam's press conference at the end, and he said literally that Cam Hayward say we have to tackle better on defense. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of missed tackles out there. Then he also said that we took an ass whooping. As words out of his mouth, we took an ass whooping that no one on his defense should even go back home saying that. Well, I had a good game. Well, anybody on his team should go back and say, well, I had a good game.
And as a defense, you got to be accountable. We got to get off the field. To start the game, we were, 3rd and long, and we didn't capitalize on that. Instead, we gave up a 98-yard pass, and that is a kick in the face, to say the least. That can't happen as a defense. And if anybody's happy with that, check yourself.
as TJ right now is dealing with the pec and also now a knee surgery that is
Hmm.
going to hold him out little more weeks more than he expected. Now they got to figure out.
Yep.
They got to figure out another way to navigate around that, and more guys got to rise. And that's literally as in my notes. I said Steelers need to improve. They need key players to rise. Key players
Hmm.
to rise. Guys, they think they A-list players. They need to rise up and play like A-list players. Claypool.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys. So
Yep.
I'm gonna say Kenny Pickett. I'm gonna keep saying him because he's the leader of this team now. Trubisky
Yeah.
too. Trubisky too because he might not be on the field, but he's still a leader. He's been in the league for a while, so he still can help coach. So
But people don't realize the backup quarterbacks, like how much intel they're giving to the starter. Like that's why you look at previous years, like Ben and Byron Leftwich, or Ben and Charlie
Charlie
Batch,
Batch, yep.
or Ben and
Landry
Landry Jones. I
Jones,
think that was during your time. Like he trusted those guys to, like, hey, what do you think? What do you think we should do here?
right.
And stuff like that. And that's where Mitch can come in handy. I think Mitch needs to take full advantage of it, because I think at this point, I don't know if he's going to get another chance to be a starter.
I don't know.
He he
It's a little too early to say. Reason why I said because as much as I like Pickett, I always have to play devil's advocate. And the reason I say play devil's advocate here, okay, because the simple fact that he put up no touchdowns today. He played a full game and gave us no touchdowns.
yeah,
And as much and they just literally abused him. Yes, he showed heart. Yes, he showed everything. Yes, he had 327 total yards on offense. But at the end of the day, he didn't get it done. He's the leader. He didn't get the ball inside that paint, inside that score.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, did he do a great job? Drop passes. I know you could put it on receivers, drop passes, but in the day, it's the quarterback's job to make sure we score. And he
Yeah, and
didn't.
there was a few drives that got cut short, and we probably should have gone for it on fourth down. And like in that game where you're going against that Bills offense, you have, like, basically there's no field goal or punt team, especially with the way the wind was. Like why we were kicking field goals, and that wind's pushing Boz's balls
Right.
um, out of the picture, and then and then there was a few penalties here and there. Pickett had a really nice rollout. He rolled out to the right and threw a good ball to Deontay.
Mm-hmm.
He had a jump for it, hit him right in the hands, and Deontay had nobody around him and just drops it. It's like playing volleyball with it, bats it up, almost picked.
And that's part of being a leader of the team and part of getting your guys to do the things you need them to do. Because Ben wasn't accepting nothing, no bullshit. Tom
Mm-hmm.
Brady, all the best quarterbacks in this league, don't take no bullshit. Actually, guys on the team
Mm-hmm.
hate him. They hate him and love him. It's a love-hate relationship because everybody he's always on their ass to be great.
Yeah.
And if Pickett want to be that guy, that next Ben Roethlisberger step up or whatever his inspiration to be of a great quarterback, he has to get on guys' ass for drop passes. It's not acceptable to say, get it next time. And the next time.
And that's what I'll say. I think he's got that personality where he's not going to put up with that kind of stuff. And he seems like he just, everything about him, like demeanor, and just like all that kind of stuff. Like you can tell he's got control of the team, and the team's going to follow him.
Right.
You can see it already. Pickens absolutely, like, it was like he had a circus parade whenever Pickett came in.
Definitely. That's his
He
guy.
was ready to be done with Mitch, and you can just tell by body language and everything like that.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's fine. That's part of like being a team and being accountable and knowing when it's time to give someone else another shot. You know what I'm saying? Giving somebody another opportunity to try to make it right. And Pickett had a bright chance right now to make it right. Unfortunately, today was his first start. So, I mean, you can't really blame him too much. I mean, because I think he played pretty well for him to come in the first time. Cool. But next week, he's going to have to put some touchdowns up on the board.
And then we can kind of go back to the defense. After the game, I guess Arthur Millette in the locker room, he got in the middle of the locker room and he was, I don't know, yelling, or like he was vocal about how they just lost 38-3, and there was guys on the sideline like smiling and laughing, and like there was nobody being aggressive. So I'm glad somebody finally did it.
Yeah, and that's what they need. They're going to need a guy like that to take control of the team because right now you expect out of a TJ, Cam, who else? Maybe Tyson Alou, guys like that, guys that been around and knows the culture and the system. Molet, he
Yeah.
just got there with last year or year before or something like that. He's fairly
Yeah,
new.
last year from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Jets.
fairly
Yep.
new. So my kind of thing is he doesn't know the still away. Those guys like
Hmm.
Cam and TJ knows the still away because this is what they built. You know what I mean? And they understands it because they play like it. They play like what was built around on the South Side, them dog
Yeah.
days and the Latrobe. So it's gonna take some dogs in that locker room to snap it back in. I mean, got to pull Devin Bush along, got to pull those guys along, and everybody got to rally up and understand that, bro, we can't keep losing games like this. We got to
Yeah.
start putting up a
I
fight.
mean, I think like he showed it in the preseason, but Mark Robinson, he needs to get a hat
Yeah,
on Sundays.
yeah,
Like you need to try something. I mean, he was laying the wood on people
right.
on defense. Like, why isn't he getting a shot? I get Spillane. Spillane's the third linebacker, but I mean, he hasn't done anything.
Yeah,
Give the young guy a chance who's shown some potential.
yeah, man, I think that too. But all that comes with time. And NFL is just a crazy league and crazy game, and when it deals with so many other factors that come into playing time and things like that. So it's just sometimes hard to say just get a cat a hat
Mhm.
because it just might be different circumstances for the guy that's in front of him that he has to continue to have a hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just one of those deals. But another thing I want to talk about was the offensive line. That's my
Oh, yep,
position.
yep.
That's my position. I always gotta talk about the big guys up front. Big guys up front, they didn't play bad, but when you look at the numbers, they play bad. And I'm a
Yeah.
big numbers guy because sometimes you could talk about, well, they did this, they did that, but when you look at the numbers, numbers never lie. They play bad. They gave us 3 sacks. It's a good, mind you, good group. It's a good group lineup across them. They allowed 3 sacks. Pickett was sacked 3 times. They got good players on the other
Yeah.
side, and they only put up 40, 54 yards on the ground. So they didn't really move the ball like that. And reason,
It's been the story of the season right
yeah,
there.
for sure, every week. And I'm always going to keep harping on the O line because that's my position, and those guys up there is what drives that team. So it wouldn't be bad if I didn't compare it to numbers to the Bills. The Bills allowed no
Yeah.
sacks, and they put 20 yards rushing on the ground, which meaning that they literally moved the ball way more than up front. They tossed our D line around, tossed the Steelers D line all around, and
Hmm.
they stopped the offensive line from getting pushed for the Bills D line.
Yep.
So it's crazy, and just to see the third down conversions, they was 5 for 9, giving like a 56% conversion rate, while alone the Steelers went 5 for 15 with a 33.3 percentage of conversion. So obviously they was more efficient on third down, the Bills versus the Steelers. Steelers couldn't get it going on third down. And third down is how you continue to move the chains. So up front, I think that they're gonna have to just literally just continue to grow every week, man. They struggling up front, and they got us once again. They got good guys up front, man. But it's right now they got to give Najee the ball and make him eat, man.
And like you said, they got to grow, and they just changed to the rookie quarterback.
Yep.
So I mean that it's because if you think in the next year, the whole entire starting offense is under contract
Mhm.
next year as well. Like nobody's going to be a free agent, so that's why I think they should have just started Kenny from the get go. But bygones are bygones. That didn't happen.
Right.
We're in week 5 now, so now they have that chance to grow and potentially, turn into that great offense that they can be. And, like you said, the offensive line, they played poor. A lot of that hinges on Dan Moore. I will say I was very impressed with, because I haven't seen it in I don't know how long, but James Daniels
Mm-hmm.
sticking up for Kenny on
Yeah.
that.
He's got the ability to really come in and compete at a high level. He's got a first. Oh, my goodness. Hamlin, and look what happens here after that. Uh-oh. And we're going to have a scuffle breaking out here. Uh-oh. This gets all the way going up the stands here. I'm going to have to put you out there, Jim. James Daniels has just got to get off that sideline. Well, he does that because you hit his core.
James Daniels is doing the right thing and protecting his quarterback.
And that's part of the game, man. Sometimes officiating is never on your side. And my thing is, how do they make a turnaround and not rely on officiating to help them get out of a doghouse? Let's be real. They was in a doghouse from the jump. Officiating, whether he got the calls or didn't get the calls, still was getting the shit beat out of him every play. They
Yeah,
got
yeah,
demolished. So my thing is that, like I said, my notes I got, man, is that overall the O line was okay. They played better than usual, but they need to improve on the ground game to get the passing game to open up. And I think that's important. The play action game is never going to be effective without a run game. And Najee with that
yeah.
dog back there, that dog want to eat. And my thing is, somebody had to give him a little bit of help because he's going to break 3 or 4 tackles for you. Just get him to his third or fourth step, get him moving, and I guarantee you he'll throw somebody out the way. And I think that's what I want more for Najee. And sometimes I feel like Najee's going to get himself hurt because he's trying to do so much when he ain't got that much to work with.
Yeah, I think like the past few weeks, it just feels like he's not reading the holes that are there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from the people that I know that they'll go over the all 22 like coaches film and stuff like that, and there's holes there. And Najee, I don't know if he's just not used to having holes from last year, but some of them are there, and it's just I don't know,
And
maybe
guess what?
his foot injury
But
is
also,
still hampering him, and
and I seen a quote from Najee as well to answer to rebuttal on that. Najee said to one of his things that I don't know. I guess I just need to trust my O line more. So guess
yeah,
what? He doesn't trust his O line up front. That hole is there. He might see the hole there, but he might be nervous that hole won't be there for long. He got to just
yeah.
trust that hole, and it's all built on trust that he know if he put his head through there, he's gonna be fine. No one's gonna grab and yank him. So he just don't feel it.
That man has PTSD from Kendrick Green being on that starting offensive line last
Man, I'm talking about getting blown up, knocked all in the backfield. Throw JC Haslett in there. By the way, where's Kendrick these days? I ain't seen him in a long time.
year. He hasn't gotten a helmet.
Oh man, I thought he worked on.
He's been on the inactives.
Oh man, I thought he like quit or something. I was like, where is this guy? Where is this guy?
He threw he rebutted to some
JC.
people on
So
Twitter.
where's
And
JC? JC is inactive or he's dressing?
he's dressing. He's the backup center.
Okay, that's good. To make some folks cool.
Yep.
Man, Kendrick don't even get a hat. Wow, that's crazy. And then,
It's dark. It's dark for him.
and as we transition and get into some of the coaches adjustments, I would say coaches adjustment things that I feel that needs to be corrected is
Fire Matt Canada. I know he's your old coach. He's garbage. Fire him.
they got to buy in. I think the players got to buy in. They got to buy in. They got to understand it's a great system. They got to buy in. But
Show me the tape in the NFL where it's been a great system since he's been a coordinator.
last year he wasn't a coordinator. Last year Ben was the coordinator, and this year it's him. So you got to give him a chance to get his act together, to adjust. It takes a while, just like Kenny Pickett. It'll take him a while, but
Yeah.
some of the coaches things I think they need to get fixed. I kind of put the loss of TJ. I think they need to definitely bring that into the meeting that the loss of TJ to his pecking need doesn't make this team or break this team. Yes, he can help this team, but it doesn't make the team or break the team. And I think that it's something that they got to understand fast because this team is hurting right now without that guy. And that's what you say. They're hurting right now. It's like the offense is hurting without that guy. And it's like he don't even play offense. So my thing is I feel like they need to understand that TJ can help the team, but he doesn't make and break the team. And some other things I got is that they got to understand on D-line, they have to create pressure on these quarterbacks. Josh Allen sat back there and was just throwing the ball all over the place. I mean, they had a field day, 38-3.
Yep.
38-3. I mean, this dude had a career game of 424 yards passing and 4 TDs, and he threw 1 interception, but who gives a damn when you're putting up 400 yards and you're slinging the ball over the field, all over the defense? I'm talking about a guy just ripped the ball right out of fucking Minka's hand and made him fall all over the floor. Like, I was like, what type of defense is this? And I'm like, TJ shouldn't be on the field to make people play aggressively and play harder. In my eyes, I just don't think it's that he shouldn't be that guy. So I think the quicker these coaches can get in that meeting on Wednesday on the South Side and understand these people that TJ is gone, we need another guy to step up and make plays on defense. Is the quicker this team is still a team will make a turnaround and understand that they have to win in November to get to the playoffs. They have to win in November.
It's in my opinion, it's lazy coaching. You can tell how much like Tomlin's a defensive coach, and then we have Terrell Austin. Tomlin's supposed to be like a top defensive coach. He was that guy whenever he got hired to Pittsburgh, but you can just tell how much they relied on TJ because now there's no scheme.
Yeah, and
They're not scheming blitzes. They're not. It's not Dick LeBeau.
right,
Like Dick LeBeau can make the average Joe, get 3 sacks in a game.
right, and it's football. If I say a lot of the NFL is built on talent, because a lot of guys in the league because they have talent. And as I say, it's not a lot of scheme and a lot of trickery and dickums on every play. But unfortunately, the NFL, you do have to scheme some shit up, and you can't have every player
No.
just running around through gaps and think they're gonna get to a quarterback. And
Yeah.
also the backups that's playing for the guys that started, the starters go down, and backups in it, they gotta mean something to those guys as well. And I just feel like Highsmith right now is playing awesome. Highsmith is playing, having a great fucking year, and Highsmith, I'm excited for him, man. This dude has been working since day one when he first got there, and I used to kick his ass in practice. But this guy has made a huge turnaround. I wouldn't say a turnaround. He's made huge strides into being a great player. He's leading the team in sacks, and it's no shocker to me because this guy's a student of the game that wants it. And I think who's going
Well,
to
yeah. I mean, he's been a guy that's just had to grind his whole life. I mean,
grind?
there's
He went
like this
from a
infamous picture of him like his sophomore or freshman year of high school, and he looked like he was 5'6" and like 180 pounds.
I mean, shit.
And now,
Just think about it.
like he just worked his way to this. So you got to appreciate what he's done.
A crazy story, man. A guy coming out of UNC Charlotte, not a big school, getting drafted, second, third round? Third round?
Third
Third
round.
round.
Yep.
And just guy that didn't say shit and just came in the building every day and worked. He was
Yep.
back up to Bud Dupree at the time, and he just worked. He understood that his time was coming, and when his number is called, just to be there to show up and make that number stay called. You know what I mean? And I think that's something Highsmith is continuing to do, and I think that's the reason why his work right now, his play is showing how much he's dedicated his time to this game. I think that Highsmith is going to continue to impress and continue to jump off on the film, and he's going to continue to get all the honors he ever wished for, and it's going to come his way. So I just think that he needs to be a guy more vocally now because he's proven himself that he understands what the steel curtain defense is how it's supposed to play. And he has some guys, some newcomers there that are not quite there yet. So the loss of TJ does suck, but TJ will be back. But it will definitely suck for TJ to come back to a team whenever he comes back that's not making it to the playoffs. Now that really fucking sucks.
Look, if like these next 3 games, we have to pull 2 out. If we don't pull 2 out, or if we lose the rest of these games before the bye week, don't even play TJ.
Don't even play him. It's over.
Don't waste it. Don't risk it. Yeah, I mean that'll be week 9's the bye week, so we could be 1-7 at that point. But what's crazy is we could easily be what was it 4-1, 3-2 right now.
Yeah.
We lost 3 one-score games, and
the Steelers is nowhere near out of this season. The Steelers have so much potential left in this season to make a turnaround. It's all predicated on the players. How much did this mean something to them? The leadership from the guys that's playing and not playing. TJ that's not playing, but it's always at practice every day. That's all over Twitter. We see that. We love to see your recovery. Great. But how are you going to affect this team in a positive way, even though you can't contribute on the field? That's going to be a hard test for TJ because he's not on the field to show what he want, how much it means to them. Now he had a coach and show how much it means to him. And that's just going to be hard for TJ. You got Cam and those guys. But as I flip a little bit and talk about how I talk about the coaching side for Pittsburgh, I always had to highlight some of the stuff on the Bills side. Yes, TJ is out, but guess what? Josh Allen also lost one of his star players, and McKenzie.
Many starters out.
Mackenzie Alexander.
Many starters.
So that didn't affect him. He took advantage of it. And he took advantage of everything. Yeah. I mean, I just feel like the corners for the Steelers just playing flat-footed, just had no awareness, man. I'm talking about he was just taking shots all over the field, all over the top of their heads. And he just kept taking shots because the corners like they was always off guard. And the loss of his Mackenzie Alexander, that didn't make no damn difference. You had the guy that stepped up and took the ball out of Minka's hand in the end zone and made him flip and do a cartwheel on the end zone. Yeah. Shit looked like some fucking high school JV shit. Like, this shit was sad.
Gabe Davis, he's definitely a good receiver. I mean, he cooked in that playoff game in against Kansas City. He cooked that corner on their last touchdown before Mahomes, went down
Right.
in 5 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever it was, and
Right.
scored a touchdown. But
But the reason why I
yeah,
throw that out
it's
there is because it's some guys, it's some teams that has a culture about them that no matter what happens, they gonna win. And reason why, and
yeah,
I say that because I only been on a few teams, and my last previous team being with the Titans, just see how last year we went through 93 different players in the regular season. You start with 53, but we rotated 93 different people, meaning that we had
yeah,
so many people get hurt and we brought so many people off the street. And they acclimated that quick because they knew that this is the culture of this team, and we all don't give a fuck where you came from, how you get here. We work at AT&T. Your ass here now, so your ass gonna catch a pass and score and help us win. And that's just the way it goes. But it still is, it seems that these guys just when it start to go down, the season's over until they get back. They don't have time for that.
yeah. Yeah, that's the Vrabel seems like he's like absolutely. Tomlin's this. I think he's this way. But like that no bullshit kind of guy, Vrabel will take you out in a second. And I haven't felt that from Tomlin in a few years. Like he needs to send a message. Somebody needs to get benched.
Um,
Like, I mean, we definitely felt the loss of Terrell Edmonds today, him not
yeah,
playing. But
especially secondary need
again,
is real.
you know,
Secondary definitely
we
though.
score we scored 3 points against the Bills defense that their entire starting secondary was out. And then you have Matt Canada calling like we're down 3 touchdowns and it's the second quarter and he's calling 3 run plays in a row against one of the top rush defenses in the NFL,
Yeah,
which was also missing Tremaine Edmonds. Like it shouldn't have been as bad as it
and
was.
like I say, once again, you always got to get a credit to the Buffalo Bills. They're not no slouches.
Yeah,
They're not that. But they also are not freaking 35 points better than the Steelers. Like, I think the Dolphins put up a better fight than that. Like, they,
I think the Dolphins
they
beat the
actually beat the
Bills.
Bills. Like, so it's
Yeah,
like, I mean, shit. I mean, I don't think they 30. I mean, they definitely better than Steelers, but they're not 35 points better than them. And I think
no,
that's just so to preparation that week. And it could be a lot of guys feeling sorry for themselves. They might be a little sore, a little bit banged up. New quarterback as far as the O line, like, oh, fuck, the cadence is a little different. I'm used to hearing Mitch cadence now, so I'm late off the ball
yeah.
now.
I think there was only one. I think there was only one false start, so that was good to
Yeah.
see.
But I'm just throwing things.
Josh Allen's changed that culture in Buffalo. He is the sole like Sean McDermott's a good coach, but it's all Josh Allen. He's brought a different aggression
Because,
to that
because
team.
teams are built on players first, coaches second. If a coaches can't play for you, all you can do is put you in position to make plays. And that's what, like you said, coaching needs to get better for the Steelers. They got to get better because they need to. I mean, like you said you want Canada out of there. I think Canada deserves at least a 1 full year because he didn't get his whole year last year because Ben was the coach. He would call the
Yeah.
plays. So
Well, he officially has his guy at quarterback now. He recruited him to
Pitt,
Pitt in
yep,
college and didn't get to coach him there, and
because he
then
was coaching me at
ended up
Maryland.
drafting him in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. So, like I said, dog, as we continue to move on to the season, man, like I said, the Steelers just need to improve, man. The key players need to rise and be A-list players. And the loss of TJ needs to not be a sorrow story, but of let's play even harder. Hopefully, that when he gets back here, we playoff ready.
yeah. That's what's great. Like it just seems like nobody has stepped up. It's not like that year Ben went down. Like it felt like the entire team stepped up to the occasion. Like, hey, Ben's not here. We got to get our shit together. Let's perform for these
Yeah,
guys.
for sure. And I think that's how they need to just keep conduct themselves, man, as a team that's ready to go win a Super Bowl again. So
Yeah.
and I think right now that they just I don't know. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you exactly what I think that this team is even thinking because right now it just looked like right now they had no soul. It looked like the Buffalo Bills
No.
beat the soul out of them. Like literally, the guy was just. I've never seen Minka literally let somebody snatch a ball in his hand and shove him and just look at him on the ground, and he said, "Get him next
Yeah,
time."
Minka had that ball
He had it
in his
and
hands.
just gave up.
It's just Gabe Davis is a big dude. So
I've seen
Minka.
make a play big as well
Oh
too.
yeah,
I don't give a damn how big. It
yeah,
could be Mike Evans. This
yeah.
motherfucker ain't letting somebody
I mean,
shove
they
him
were
on the
just.
ground.
I mean, it started like that. It was a one-handed catch. I mean, there was another play to number 10, Shakir. I think it was like Khalil Shakir or
Mm-hmm.
something in the slot. Josh Allen threw it in triple coverage, and he makes a hell of a catch. It's like they were catching everything. We weren't catching anything. I can't say anything because Pickens, I'm pretty sure, caught every ball his way.
But that speaks to Pickens
It's
though.
just
Pickens is that guy. I mean, like I said,
yeah,
Claypool, I like him a lot, but he's second to Pickens in my eyes. Pickens always been my day one since we first started this show. I told you Pickens is my day one. Claypool is a good player, but he's not a starter. I don't know if he's a slot because he's not fast enough. So I don't really know a role for him yet because his size is not literally giving him the opportunity to be that starter number one receiver. Because Deontay's continuing to rise, and now you have Pickens, the young stud out of Georgia, is just playing like a dog. And my thing is, it
yeah, and
just leaves no role for the guy. Moving,
yeah, and
I'm gonna cut you off, but move him to tight end.
yeah.
Move him to tight end.
I don't disagree with it, but then I think of the combat catches that Claypool doesn't make, and that's all a tight end is supposed to make. And that's like talking about Pickett and Pickens again. Like they have the potential to. I'm not saying they're going to be Ben and AB, but they could get close to that if Pickett keeps going, progressing upwards, and he is what we think
No
he
doubt.
could be and should be. And if Pickens doesn't get a second contract from us, I'm going to be very disappointed because he's a Pittsburgh Steeler. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
No doubt.
And the bright spot in the receiver room, we should be getting Calvin Austin. I'm hoping next week.
Yeah.
And that'll add another element to the offense. So maybe if Matt Canada isn't fired tomorrow,
Matt Canada ain't fired tomorrow. Oh, you hate this guy, Matt Canada. It's crazy.
It's been rough. It's been rough. But
now that we covered that, now that's in the past. We're gonna leave this BS piece of shit, blowout ass whooping. Before I move to the next topic, the last topic, did you see the press conference of Tomlin when the guy said that? He said, "So how do you think the effort was out there?" He said, "Really? Are we talking about effort?" Come on, man. What type of question is that?
Smashed.
Yeah, he said they got smashed.
He said they got smashed.
It was crazy, but
it's. I'll say it's about time that Tomlin's actually because usually Tomlin's we didn't get the job done.
Yeah.
The standard is the standard.
Yep.
We'll be ready next week.
Yep.
And he said that the last 2 weeks. I think he got tired of saying
said that we ain't have enough splash plays on all three phases.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't stop here though. It's still an uphill battle for the Steelers. Guess what they got next week? They got Tommy Terrific, baby, the Buccaneers. They got the Buccaneers rolling in, and they rolling in strong. So my thing is, I don't know, and they rolling, but the Buccaneers is rolling into Pittsburgh as well. So this is a home game right here in what is it called? The stadium called again?
Acrisure
Stadium now, not Heinz anymore. That's probably they probably need to bring the ketchup back. Probably the reason why they stay losing so bad. But I don't know. They playing against a fired up Buccaneers team, man. That wants it, man. So it's always hard, regardless of if Tom Brady lose or win. I mean, it's always gonna be a hard fight with a guy that's so experienced and so smart, right there, that can just predict a play before it happens. I mean, those guys are tough to game plan against. I think that right now the defense is struggling, and Tom Brady's literally going to slaughter all those corners that's playing flat footed. So they better figure it out real fast.
So sick and tired of Tom Brady being in the NFL.
We all sick of him. We all sick of him.
We've had a few good games against them, but I mean, it's going to be the same. I have seen no differences in the defense. We play this zone defense. The linebackers don't drop back deep enough, and he's going to pick apart the middle of the field. We don't have T.J. Watt, so Brady's going to have all the time in the world.
Tom is a check down Charlie guy. You send Bless, he's going to check down, slant deep ball touchdown. He gonna go there and laugh in your face. But this is the best part of the show: our predictions of the win or lose. You come on now, come on. Who wins the game next week? Buccaneers or Steelers?
We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
What's the score prediction?
We're gonna win. You know what? Well, offense is gonna score 27 points.
Offense is gonna score 27 points. You think the Steelers gonna score 27 points?
Hey, it's a home
Be
game.
real with yourself.
Kenny Pickett's first start
Playing against the
at
Buccaneers defense.
in Acrisure in Pitt. Fans are going to be loud,
Fouls.
and it's the offense's turn to get introduced. So Kenny Pickett's going to be and your quarterback from Pittsburgh University, and they're going to go
And they're going to
We're
win.
going to score 27 points. George Pickens is scoring 2 touchdowns. And the Bucks are going to score 24. Bob's going to nail the game winner.
That's your so 24-27. Steelers win.
Bob's game winner.
Bozzy game winner.
And Pickens scoring twice.
Pickens scoring twice. See, my score prediction. I hate to go with this guy. I freaking hate Tom Brady guts. I mean, it's crazy that I hate that football means so much to that guy that it makes me itch that he means that football. He loves football that much.
Hey, but you see AB's doing the Lord's work right now.
Doing the Lord's work.
You see what he's been. He just posted something today. He was like, "Daddy's not home anymore," and it's like it's
AB is sick.
It's a book cover, and AB's photoshopped in the window. Giselle's at the front door, and Brady's got a suitcase walking out of the
sick.
house.
That picture of AB, like, why would he post it, like, Photoshop himself in the window with Tom Brady leaving, and he's waiting on Giselle? Like, it's crazy. Like, to my daddy's home now. Like, AB is sick. But my prediction of this game is I'm going Brady 33-14. No, 33-14.
Yeah.
I wonder if Mike Evans is Mike. I wonder if Mike Evans is back. Is Mike Evans back? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he ain't been out.
Oh, I thought he got suspended for that little fight because.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
he did right?
He did get that one game. Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy, and he's back. Yeah, I'm going 33-14. Bucks win. I know this is a terrible DGAF show, but I had to go with the realistic facts. Tommy Terrific's pulling the game to win, and he's kind of pissed that Giselle's waiting on AB at the door, so he's coming with his hard hat on, and he's mad with all his clothes in his suitcase, and he's going to beat the shit out of the Steelers.
I'm so sick and tired of him.
I'm sick of him too, but I can't bet. I can't bet against him.
I hate Adam Schefter for releasing his retirement news because that's the only reason why he's in the league right now going through a divorce is because Adam Schefter said, "Oh, Brady's retiring." He didn't give Brady,
and he didn't even retire. It's crazy.
It's just.
It literally just makes your ass itch to know this guy is going to come back again next year. He's going to come back the year after. By the time
the first year I started watching football was Ben's rookie year. You know, we throttled him. We throttled the Patriots in the regular season.
I hate that.
And then I'm 11 or 10 at the time, and then damn, they do what they did in the AFC Championship game. I've cried too much.
I hate the fact that I might be retired in the league before Brady is.
Shit, weren't you a part of the team that beat his last Patriots game where y'all beat him in the playoffs?
No.
Or were you with you? I think you were with Pitt still that year.
I think I was still in Pittsburgh. I think so. I'm not sure. I know we went down and played him at Gillette Stadium, and he peeled us into a new ass. Yeah,
you'd remember that because I met Logan Ryan intercepted his last pass and took it for a pick six or something like that.
It's a blur. It's a blur. It's a blur.
I'm just so tired of this man.
Man, all we can do is hope for the best next Sunday as we conclude this last show of the Terrible DGF show until next week, where we get to come and finally see who prediction was closest or who actually nailed it. Because I know mine's going to be more realistic. Like you said in the beginning of the previous shows, Caleb would never bet against his team. But I love Steelers too, but I got to be more realistic here and let you know that Steelers is going down.
And like I said, it's going to be one or the other. It's either the Steelers are going to win very, very close game, or it's going to be
a blowout.
It's going to look. It's not. I don't think it'll look like it did today, but it's rough.
Yes, it's dope.
I didn't know like TJ is him. Like we knew that, but I didn't know this defense. I didn't know this defense needed him that much.
He's a specimen, man. He's a guy that's needed. But man, what's your last remarks though, man? What's your last remarks as we wrap this up?
I hope we don't run a zone defense against Tom Brady, Tom Brady on Sunday.
Yes, zone
So he
defenses
picks
creates
dots us up.
open windows a lot. So,
But
but
other than that, there is hope at the end of the tunnel.
if you
Pickett
can,
looks promising. Pickens is a dog. The offense is gonna get better.
last day,
It's gonna get better.
you say don't run zone defense against Tom Brady. So you trust these guys one on one with Mike Evans?
I trust. So this is what they should have done with. I mean, I guess Stephon Diggs had a decent game, but they just shot. I mean, they got Chris Godwin too.
Yeah, Chris Godwin.
I
mean, they got
like Minka.
Who's the tight end the Bucks guy? They
put
have the guy from what's his name? Kyle Rudolph. Dog. Kyle Rudolph is a
I think
dog.
they still have Cameron Brate too.
Cameron Brate, like
I can't remember where Cameron Brate.
solid offensive line. So that, I mean, they got tools.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Leonard Fournette straight out of the boot.
I mean, I think they're on their third string center.
Third string center is all good.
But,
Tom Brady got that power to make everyone good. So I don't know how he can literally make your ass good if he puts there and play receiver. So like,
I mean, but yeah, no. To answer your question, I think Akello might be back. Which I mean, he got toasted in like week 2 and 3 before he pulled his hammy. But I mean, he is solid when he's playing, good ball. And then you have Minka who can shadow over top.
right.
And it's not like Mike Evans isn't the fastest. And, the Steelers, for the love of God, never press any receiver in their life. They 10 yards off the ball every time.
The Steelers don't press for a reason. They know what they got, and they trying to stay within their system. They're not trying to embarrass it because it's a league where people watch tape and everybody literally game plan. So all you want to know is a person that's shitty, that when pressing, to show that on film, and everyone can't wait for you to press them. Like, so
yeah, it's I'm gonna have a lot of whiskey.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of whiskey.
I feel like
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. As we conclude this, man, I can't wait to get there to see Tommy Terrific roll up into Assyrian. What's the stadium called again?
Acrisure Stadium.
Acrisure Stadium. Right there at
trash.
Right there on the point, baby. He'll be waiting there ready. I cannot wait to see Tommy Terrific come there and light it up. But once again, we will never know. Maybe Bozzy will hit the winner to win it all. We never know. But not if Tommy Terrific can stop it. He'll fucking go get on the field, go block team and block that shit himself. But yeah. But man, once again, man, thank y'all for tuning in to the Terrible DJF show. Sorry for the past couple weeks we've been slacking, but we back full strong, ready to go with our thoughts, reactions to the previous games and our upcoming game with the Buccaneers rolling into Pittsburgh. And we're excited, and I want y'all to drop your comments below. Tell me y'all score predictions and what y'all believe we'll win. Caleb?
Fuck Matt Canada. Peace.
Yeah. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah. You know what it is. Everything I do it big. Yeah. Screaming that's nuts. When I pulled off the lot, that's nuts. Reppin' my town, when you see me, you know everything. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I put it down from the whip to my diamonds. I'm in black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Black stripe, yellow paint. Them niggas scared of it, but them hoes ain't. Soon as I hit the club, look at them.